clapperboard opening hook. Everyone in that hospital had given up on her, the billionaire CEO whose name once echoed across boardrooms and headlines. Machines beeped, nurses whispered, and even the top surgeons looked helpless. But then, a quiet single-dad veteran walked in, rolled up his sleeve, and did something no one believed possible. What happened next not only saved her life, it changed both of theirs forever. Stay till the end, this story will remind you why hope never dies. And if you believe in miracles born from kindness, make sure to like this video and subscribe, because stories like this deserve to be heard. The rain poured over the hospital roof that night, the same way it poured over his life, relentless, cold, and endless. Jake Turner, a single dad and decorated combat medic, sat in the dim waiting area clutching a small drawing his 8-year-old daughter Emma made for him. For Daddy, the bravest hero, it read, in crooked crayons. He smiled faintly, though behind that smile was exhaustion and pain, bills unpaid, job applications unanswered, and a past that wouldn't let him go. At that same moment, 3 floors above, the world's youngest female CEO, Olivia Sterling, was fading. A rare blood infection had torn through her body after a car crash. Every treatment, every transfusion, every attempt by world-class specialists, failed. Her company's jets were grounded, her investors weeping, her boardroom silent. But none of that mattered. Her heartbeat was slowing, her parents prayed, her staff cried, and the lead doctor whispered, "We've done everything we can." Everything, except what fate had quietly placed in the waiting room below. Jake wasn't supposed to be there. He'd come to donate blood for a veteran friend, but when the nurse explained that his rare blood type, O negative with unique antibodies, matched only one other patient in the hospital, something pulled at him. "She's critical," the nurse said. "But it's complicated. She's the CEO of Sterling Industries. The one in the news." Jake just nodded. "Doesn't matter who she is. Hook me up." Minutes later, his blood began to flow into Olivia's fragile veins. The room was silent, everyone watching as the monitor lines steadied, her pulse strengthened, her breathing calmed. The impossible happened right before their eyes. The doctors froze. A nurse gasped. "It's working." Jake didn't stick around for the cameras. He signed the forms quietly and left before anyone could thank him. But Olivia didn't forget. When she woke up days later, the first thing she asked wasn't about her company, it was, "Who saved me?" She searched until she found him, in a small neighborhood garage, working night shifts to fix cars, raising his daughter alone. When she arrived in her luxury car, the workers froze, whispering her name in disbelief. Jake wiped his hands on a rag, confused. "Can I help you?" Olivia smiled softly. "You already did." From that day on, she made it her mission to repay what she called a debt that can't be repaid. But Jake refused her offers, money, jobs, houses, none of it mattered. "You don't owe me anything," he said. "You just needed a little help. That's what people are supposed to do." That simple answer broke something inside Olivia. For years, she'd lived surrounded by power, greed, and people who smiled only when she succeeded. But here was a man with nothing, who'd given everything without expecting a thing. She started visiting often, bringing Emma small gifts, helping her with schoolwork, laughing at Jake's dry jokes. The visits turned to dinners. The dinners to long talks. Soon, her polished world of glass towers and boardrooms melted into something real. The warmth of Jake's kitchen, the sound of Emma's laughter, the smell of burnt pancakes on Sunday mornings. But life wasn't done testing them. When the media discovered that Olivia was spending time with a mechanic single father, the backlash was brutal. "The billionaire and the body mechanic," the headlines sneered. Investors demanded answers, her board threatened her position, and Jake begged her to step back. "You've got a world to run, Olivia. Don't lose it because of me." She looked at him, eyes fierce and wet. "Jake, you gave me my world back. What's the point of having everything if I can't choose the one person who makes it mean something?" Still, the pressure mounted. Paparazzi chased them, Emma was bullied at school, and Jake started doubting whether love could really cross worlds built so far apart. He packed his things one night, ready to disappear quietly again, just as he'd done his whole life. But when he opened the door, Olivia was standing there in the rain, trembling. "Don't you dare leave again," she whispered. "You walked into my life with your blood, but you stayed with your heart. You didn't just save me, Jake. You taught me how to live. Tears mixed with rain as she stepped closer, pressing her hand against his chest. You said people are supposed to help each other. So let me help you now. Let me help us. Jake looked down at her, this woman who once had the world at her feet, and for the first time, he saw something deeper than gratitude. He saw home. Months later, at a press conference, Olivia stood before a crowd of reporters. This company stands today because of a man who believed in something greater than himself. His name is Jake Turner, a father, a veteran, a hero. And I'm proud to say, he's now my partner, in life and in this company. Applause roared. Cameras flashed. But all Jake cared about was the small hand of his daughter squeezing his, and the smile of the woman whose life his blood had once saved, and whose love had now saved his.